Wow, God, Syria is just, it's dark. And the question mark is somebody who worked in the Bush administration, among your other credentials, was you were the chief speechwriter for George W. Bush.
Yep.
Obviously he made decisions when it came to Iraq that the country lives with to this day, the Iraqis do as well, and George W. Bush does. And the question is whether Syria is going to be Barack Obama's Iraq.
Well, it certainly is his responsibility because he's the one who did nothing to stop this situation. I mean, and Josh Earnest was at the podium today, and he said, this is a quote, "Even our harshest critics cannot articulate some sort of alternative, and if they had, then the commander-in-chief wouldn't have hesitated to implement it." Well, his critics didn't offer him an alternative. His own national security team offered him an alternative. The alternative was very clear. Step one, don't withdraw all U.S. troops out of Iraq and lift your boot off of the terrorists' necks. All of his military advisors, his Secretary of Defense, all told him, don't do that. We need troops to stay in the country. Step two, do something to support the pro-Western, secular, moderate opposition in Syria. Hillary Clinton, General Petraeus, the Secretary of Defense Panetta all came into Obama's office and said, if you do not support the opposition, it's going to create a vacuum that ISIS is going to come in to fill. General Flynn, who was the head of the DIA, warned him, gave him a memo that said, this is a quote from 2012, "The deterioration of the situation in Syria has dire consequences, creates the ideal atmosphere for ISIS to return to its old pockets in Mosul and Ramadi, declare an Islamic state, and renew facilitation of terrorist elements from all over the Arab world." That happened. He was warned in 2012.
Mo,
and then